Good morning, student. Myself Hemavati. I'm handle computer science for you. So I have done with BE and MTech in my subject, which means I'm done with MTech in a subject of computer science, and I have 3 years of experience in this field. From last 3 years, I'm continuing to teaching for all the students in the subject of computer science. So let's start with a syllabus or else the topic. Before we are going to start with any syllabus or introduction of the computer science, I'll introduce for all you what are the syllabus that contain in your first year syllabus. Okay, and due to corona we are not getting the opportunity to meet you in a live classes. Because of this we are going to take a online classes. Okay, let's start with the what are the syllabus contained in your first PU syllabus. Student, so this is the syllabus that is contained in your first year syllabus in a computer science. So the first one is, so totally you have 17 chapter in the syllabus. The first one is a overview of the computer. Means what? It completely a complete introduction of the computer. So you have studied the basic concept of the computer or fundamental about the computer in your school days, right? So that all the content in a first chapter as well, it contains a little in a bigger way, which means it contains a more detail about your overview of the computer. Okay, and the second chapter is input, output and memory devices, which means in a first year syllabus you should know about what is computer and what is the part of the computer, each part how it will be work in a computer. That is a more important in this syllabus. That's why in the first 3 chapters they are given the complete detailing explanation of the each part of the computer. In the second chapter, that is input, output and memory device, that gives the complete hardware component explanation of the input hardware component, output hardware component and memory devices. Okay, so these are the things you are going to study in a second chapter. And third chapter is a data instruction, data representation. So what is the meaning of data representation? Data, which means that is the information that you are giving to a computer, that is called as a data. That is a representation, means how the computer represent the data inside the computer. So that we are not know about how to represent the data in a computer. We only know that how we are giving the input to a computer, but we don't know about how computer analyze the data when it is accept the data from the user. So this chapter we are going to study about how the data is represented inside the computer. It little bit is a problematic, is logical problem. It is not difficult as your mathematics. Don't worry about that. Okay, there is a data representation. There is a third chapter, and the next chapter it is a software concept. From the fourth chapter you are going to start with the what? The software concept. So until that you have studied about only the hardware component. From fourth chapter you are going to learn about that is a what is software, what is the software component, how important the software it is in a computer. Okay, and the fifth chapter is a problem solving methodology. So what is the meaning of problem solving methodology? So you are thinking now, so maybe it contain any problems in your syllabus, right? This is the thinking, this is the thing you are going to think. So problem solving methodology is not like as your mathematics, is a logically problems. It's like your algorithm, flowchart. So I don't know whether you heard about these words, algorithm and flowchart. So these are the concepts you are going to study in a fifth chapter. It is a logical problem, not as your mathematics problem. So don't worry, it will be little easy. So you can understand it is in a easy way. Okay. The next is the object oriented concept. So what I am going to tell him that is, so what you have studied in your school about computer, I don't know about that, but as I know that you studied about the fundamental of the computer. Okay, so in a fundamental means what is computer, what is the hardware, software, as well some of the Microsoft Office, right? So you have studied about Microsoft Office. That is, first one is a MS Word, PowerPoint. These are the things you may study in your school syllabus. But here we have the actual programming language. That is a start with the 6th chapter. I don't know, some of the students also know about the coding, which means the C coding in your school syllabus. You maybe might be you are studied in your school syllabus. No, but here we are directly started with the C++ coding language. So there is the first syllabus you have learned in a computer. In the first PU, there is object oriented concept. So this is the very important chapter, because if you can understand this chapter, so further chapter will be very easy to understand. Otherwise it may be difficult for you to understand the all other chapters, because this is just the basic concept. So if you know the basic concept, then only you can understand the next chapter, right? So otherwise it may be difficult for you to understand. So when I started with this chapter, you should be little concentrate on your classes and learn it carefully. Okay, and the next is a 7th chapter, that is an introduction to C++. C++ and object oriented concept is both are same. C++ and object oriented concept is both is same. Here they give the small introduction. Actual syllabus is started from the introduction to C++ program. C++ is nothing but a OOPS. OOPS nothing but a object oriented programming. So this concept you should learn carefully, because it will be continued in the 2nd PU syllabus. 2nd PU ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಈ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನೀವು ಈಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಓದ್ತಿರೋ ಅದು ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. ಐ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಇನ್ ಬೋತ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ, some of the student can understand Kannada easily. That's why I am using the both language while I teaching the classes. Okay, and the next chapter, there is a 8th one, there is a data type. This data type and next chapter is a input output operator, control statement, arrays. This all come under the OOPS concept. This all are come under the C++ concept. So some of the student, this is the new concept to learn, right? Some of the student is a new concept to learn. So don't worry about that. When you start with the concentrating or learning the new concept, so that will be very excited to learn. So please be excited while you are learning the computers. Okay, while you are learning the computer science. So then only you can easily understand the concept and you may get the interest to learn. So if you have the interest to learn, automatically every subject will be very easy to learn. So that's why I am telling you, be excited before you coming to our classes. Okay, so the data type, which means what are the data type we are containing in the OOPS concept. So don't worry as much as now, it will be think about in a later classes. Okay, so all of a sudden don't get to what are the chapters you may contain in a syllabus. Okay, next, input and output operator, which means the some of the data should be operate, means we should have the operator. That is the we'll learn about the what are the input operator, what are the output operator, and the next one is the control statement. Obviously every instruction or every program will be run, it should be controlled way somewhere, right? That's why we have the control statement, which means the number of instruction, how many time it may be run, right? So these are the things should be learned in this control statement. And the next concept is the arrays. So here going to learn the different data structure. It is array is a data structure, which means what is the meaning of data structure? What is the data? Data is a information, that is what you are giving to a computer, that is a data. Then what is the data structure? So how the data is stored in the memory, how it may be work in a memory, so that is the representing the structure of the data. So how we are using this data to store the in a memory, and how we are using in the memory of the data. So that is about the data structure. This data structure is have the one type, that is a arrays. Okay, so there is a many different type in a data structure. The first one is a arrays. The next chapter, the 12th chapter, is a function. The function means, so before you are going to start with any coding, you should write the one function, which means it is maybe some action. Function is nothing but some action. Now I want to conduct any program in the college, right? Some of the task I will assign to a student. Student will take the action to successful that program. Same thing here, when we are coding something about something, for example, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So now I need to write the code for 2 plus 5 that gives the result as a, 2 plus 3, it gives the result as a 5. Right, I am write the code for 2 plus 5. So what action it should be take? It should be take the plus operation, which means it should take the addition action. So I need write the function to addition that will take the addition action to run the program. Right, so that is means of the function. Function is nothing but action. As of now, you just know about what is function. It is just an action. Okay. Next, user defined function. So we have some of the function in a computer. There are different type of the function. The first function is a built-in function, which means it's already in a computer. We just use that function, so without doing anything. Okay. But user defined function, which means it's a customized. It is a customized, like you know that. So when you are using computer, so you have the using computer or mobile, so you have the some application. So they will give customized or the built-in. Built-in is nothing but is already built in a system, right? In mobile or computer, anything else. Okay. Customized, which means you are going to customize the color, setting, everything, right? That is a customized. So here also user defined function is nothing but customized. Okay. And next one is a structure. This is also one of the data structure. Okay. That's how you are going to study. And the last one is a word processing. So word processing is nothing but that is a MS Word. So you have you already studied in your school days. So there is no problem which you study about word processing, and so many of the students know about how to use the MS Office. So if you know to use the MS Office, then next two chapter will be very easy for them, because the first one is a word processing is nothing but MS Word. The next one is a spreadsheet is nothing but your MS Excel. So if you know to explain, if you know to operate these two application in your computer, then this chapter will be very easy to understand, and it is very easy also. And the last one is a web designing. Of course, everyone know about web designing. Even though no one is do anything in a web designing, at least you know, you heard about this word web designing, right? So if you know to write the coding, you can design the web application. That is a web designing. Here they given just small introduction about the web design. So in the next, which means the upcoming classes, which means when you are coming to second PU, you have some more detail about the web designing. So these are the syllabus that contain your first year syllabus. Okay. So let's start about the small introduction of the computer. Okay, I'm not going to start with the actual syllabus today. I'll just give the some fundamental of the explain the some fundamental of the computer today. So this fundamental may contain in your syllabus. There is no matter of that. Let's start with the application. Okay, let's start with the small introduction of the computer. I have already told about what is computer. You have already studied about what is computer and what is the some fundamental units in a computer, and some of the application in your computer. That all you may study in your school days. But before going to start with the why you want to study computer science, first you need to know about why you want to study computer science, right? So as of the generation or as it is current generation, the computer is very, very important, that you know everything, right? That you know very well why it is used, why the computer is very popular in this generation. So computer means not only computer, which means the monitor, CPU, not only computer, your mobile also the computer. Okay, so what are the electronic devices that you are use, the phone or smart watch, that is also one computer. So then all of this technology, why you want to learn? Because to get the more technology, what we are thinking about digital India. So for more technology of India, we need to learn about computer science, right? Everywhere in the world we are using the computer. Everywhere in the world we are use the computer. That's why we need to learn the computer, right? So wherever you going in the world, ಈ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಲ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರು ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್, ವೈ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ರೀಸನ್ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಜನ್ರೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಓದಿದೇನೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ನೀವು ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಓದಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಿದ್ರು, ಈಗ ಓದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ, ಸೊ ಯು ನೋ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್, ರೈಟ್? ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್, ಅದು ಥಿಯರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಯು ನೋ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್, ರೈಟ್? ಡೋಂಟ್ ಯು ನೋ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಮೊಬೈಲ್? ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್ ನೋ ದ to use of the mobile, right? Same thing, if you know to use the mobile, then automatically you know to use the computer, right? Because why you want? Because some of the technology you need to operate some task, right? That's why here we want the computer science. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನೀವೇನು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಈಗ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೊಬೈಲಲ್ಲೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೂ, ಸೊ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಅ ಮೊಬೈಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. ಸೊ ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು computer science, you know that why you want to learn the computer science. Now I think you all get the answer why you need to learn the computer science, because of the technology, because in all the field we are using the computer. That's why we need to learn the computers. That's why we need to learn the computer, why they are used, what is the use of it, so how we can implement all the current generations technology in future. So because of this we want to learn computer science. And so after you studied about the computer science, so then what are the in future jobs you may get, in the future job you may get. So here the students who are learn the computer science for example in the class, in this class, so here the two combination of students are present here, the science as well the commerce. The both students are learning the computer. Why? Because even the commerce student need to learn about the computer, even for science also, which means there is no difference in any field, because every field need a computer. That's why everybody will learn the computer, even though our students also going to learn the computer, commerce, science, which means there is no field in a computer, there is no particular field used in a computer, because every field they are use the computer. That's why every student will learn the computer, right? Here, so for me, so we have the two batches here. Two batches is nothing but the two combination here, the science as well the commerce students. So you have the both of you have the same syllabus, same answer question paper in the examination to write your exams. Okay, there is no different syllabus for science and commerce. Okay, so that's why you need to learn about the computer. Okay, so first you know that now why you have to learn the computer science. You got the answer now. Then after you studied the computer science, what are the job opportunity you may get in your future? Obviously, so if the computer is worked everywhere in the world, obviously in every field, So whoever know about the computer, they may get the job in every field, right? So tell me, what are the different field we are use the computer? Obviously, banking, education, obviously, right? In school, college, they are also use the computer. Medical, right? Government. So in every field they are using computer, which means if you learn the computer, you can go in any field to get the job. Okay? So let's start with what is computer. Let's start with what is computer. I think you also know about what is computer, because you already studied about what is computer, what are the fundamental unit of the computer in your school days. So just I'm asking you, what is computer? Computer is a electronic device. Is an electronic device. Of course, everyone know this sentence. Computer is an electronic device because computer is made with the electronic parts, right? It is made with the electronic parts. That's why all are telling that it is a electronic. It's an electronic device. Obviously, computer is an electronic device. It is one of the electronic device. Okay. Then what it will be do? It will accept the data. Accept the data means what? It will accept the data from whom? It will accept the data from user. Who is the user? Who are all use the computer, they become a user of the computer, right? So the computer is an electronic device. Here they are giving the electronic machine. Device, machine, so all are the same thing. The computer is a electronic machine or electronic device that can store. That can store means what? It will store the data or information, right? The very first computer is came for storing purpose. Very first, when the computer came, introduction to this world, thus for only for storage. Then after that, so when we are implementing the computer technology, then we will get that, oh, maybe it uses for some other things to process the data and to get the result and to produce the result to our users. So before that, we are thinking to why we need to computer to store the what? Information. So that's why we are using the computer and recall and process the data. So now we are store the data. ಅಲ್ವಾ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಡೇಟಾನ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ವೆರಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಜನ್ರೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಡೇಟಾನ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಮನೇಲಿ ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಮನೇಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬಾಕ್ಸಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಬಾಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಥರ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ನು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರ. ಸೊ ಪುನಃ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ರೀಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನು ಪುನಃ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಪುನಃ ಆ ಬಾಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ತೆಗೆದು ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ. ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ದ ಡೇಟಾ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೀಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್. So recall is nothing but reuse it. Recall is nothing but reuse it. So some of the data I want to retrieve in a computer, so we can easily retrieve the data from the memory of the computer. ಅಂದರೆ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಡೇಟಾನ ಯಾವ ಡೇಟಾ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬೇಕು ಆವಾಗ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್, why we are using the computer here to store the data as well recall the data when we want and process the data. Process the data is nothing but when we want to information in the computer, we are just retrieve from computer memory ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿಯಿಂದ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ ಡೇಟಾನ ತೊಗೋತೀವಿ. ಆ ಡೇಟಾ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ process the data. So for three purposes we want to computer. Why? To store the data and recall the data. Recall is nothing but reuse the data, and we also say that update the data. Recall is nothing but also update the data and process the data. Process the data is nothing but to use the data. Okay, and it can perform the task of complex calculation according to a set of instruction or program. Means what? It perform the task, which means it takes the action according to computer instruction. Instruction nothing but what? So I'm instructing the students to do the task like this, which means you are going to do the task according to my instruction. The same thing here will happen in a computer, the computer will run the task according to the computer instruction. ಸೊ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಮೊದಲೇ ಕೋಡಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅದ್ರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ನ ರನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ 2 + 3 = 5. So this is the task I'm giving to the computer. The computer can analyze my words, what I'm giving the data to them. To that, the data will be operate according to my instruction. ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ನ ಇದೇನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ನಾನು 2 ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ದ ಡೇಟಾ 2 ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಡಿವೈಸ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡ್, ರೈಟ್? And plus, I'm pressing the plus operator, it will be accept the data from the keyboard. Again +3, it will accept. When I press equals or enter, it will process the data, which means it will be calculate the data, that is a 2 + 3 = 5. So here it will process the task according to whom instruction? My instruction, which means I'm giving the instruction to a computer. How I'm giving? Through a keyboard input device. Here say, right? Same thing here, the computer will work the task, particular task according to the computer instruction. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಆ ಕೆಲಸ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅಮ್ಮ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಅದೇ ಕೆಲಸನ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ಥರ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಆ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ನ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ರನ್ ವೆರಿ ಹೈ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಈವನ್ ದ ವುಮನ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ perform very fast, but computer can also perform more than the woman's brains do, right? ನಾವೇನು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ 8ರಷ್ಟು ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್? ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಇಸ್ an electronic machine that can store, recall and process the data. It will perform the task or complex calculation according to their instruction or program. Program and instruction is both are same. So instruction is contain the step by step procedure. The overall instruction is also can called as a program. So ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ 2-3 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್, ಎರಡೂ ಒಂದೇ. ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಒಂದೇ, ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಒಂದೇ. ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ is a, so in a which field we are using the computer. I already told about that where we are using the computer, right? Already told, but also given here. So in the which field we are using? First one is the educational field, right? Here see, educational field, business, hospitals, banking and the government office, home and marketing. As well the student also use the computer. These all are the field we are using the computers, right? In all the field we are using the computers. That's why now the technology is, why it is a worldwide popular, because of in all the field we are using the computer. That's why it become the popular of this generation, right? Okay, I hope you understood. So in education field is nothing but you can use in the way, in a school, college, right? In all the school, in all the college uses the computer. Why they are using the computers? Because to store the student data and as well the teachers data, right? Who are all working that in a college or school, all the employee and student data are collected and stored in the computer. That's why they are using the computer in all the education field, and also to learn the students about the computer. That's why they are using the computers, right? Here for example in this class I'm explaining the computer concept to you, which means here we are using the computer to explaining to you. When student learn the computer, that's why we are using the computer in the education field, right? Also we are taking the online classes here. Online classes, which means how you are watching my video, which means the classless video through a computer or mobile. This is nothing but you are using the computer, right? So the same thing. So in education field we are using the computer. Next is the business field. All the business field we are using the computers. And the next one is a hospital. Yes, obviously patient, doctors, all the data are stored in a computer. That's why in a hospital also need a computer, not only for store the data, for the any scanning report or anything they want to use the technology, they need a computer. And the next one is a banking. Obviously banking is should have the computer, because banking has a, the bank has a they have the more than 1000 lakhs accounts. They have to maintain all the accounts and cash book, everything they threw in the technology, that is a computer. They should use the computer, right? So wherever the data and information used, they all are use the computers. Wherever the data is there, there also as the computer. This is the common thing. This all the field have the data, right? In education field have the data, student, lecturers and teachers, employees, all the data. And business have the some of the employees, right? Businessmen, they all are the data. And hospital, patient, doctors, they all are have the some data. Data is nothing but information. So wherever the data and information is there, there is a computer also there. Okay. And the next one is a government office. Obviously government office, they store the lot of records, the public records, right? So this all the records where they are stored, they are storing in the computers only. And home, even home also use the computer in a particular, obviously, right? In for you all have a computer, which means you are using computer or mobile personally. When you are use the computer personally, then every home they will be use the computer in a personal way, right? If you are using the mobile, which means you are using the computer. If you are not only computer is not there in home, so even the mobile is there, then this the person will use the computer. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಯಾರು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಮನೇಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾರೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಲೂ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಈಗ. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ಸ್. ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಯಾರು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಇವಾಗಿನ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ? ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವಾಗ ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರು ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ವೀಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಆರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್, ರೈಟ್? ಎವ್ರಿ ಹೋಮ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ನಾವು. And the last one is the marketing. Obviously marketing field. ಈಗ ಟಿ ವಿಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರಮೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಅ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾವುದೋ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಮೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್, right? And the last one is the student. Obviously why the student use the computer? To learn about the technology. Or some they use, they may want to do something in a computers, right? They want to do the report, they want to research about something. In a scientific field also they are use the computer. In every field they are all use the computers, right? So that's why the computer is very wide popular. Why? Because in all the field we are using the computers. And the next one here. So what is this? Computer science. So you are ready to study about computer science, then you should ready to learn about mathematics. Obviously computer and mathematics have the relation, the close relationship, because outside, if you look outside, that you don't feel that computer and mathematics have the relation, but when you come to the back end, there is a close relationship between the mathematics and computer science. If you know with the mathematics, then you can easily understand the computer science. So now you are going to study about the computer science, which means you should also know about the mathematics and data structure. Already told about some of the data structure. So for more detail you will going to learn in the later classes. And the software, obviously if you learn the computer science, which means you are going to learn about the software and algorithm and statistics. So that is also, and programming language, which means coding, C, C++, Python, Java. So these are the programming language you are going to learn. So not in this PUC, in later maybe you can learn the more programming language in a degree level. and the hardware concept. Hardware concept is nothing but, so what are the part of the computer, so how it will be work, everything will be learned. And next is a CS design and architecture. CS design is nothing but, so what are the web application, this is also one application, right? So what are the seen in this screen, so it contains some application here. So this screen contains some picture here, which means you are going to design some of the picture like this, right? So these are the animation, you can say that animation, graphic design. So these all are the CS design and architecture. So these all the things you're going to learn if you start to learn the computer science. ಸೊ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ನ ನೀವು ಓದ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ನೀವು ಏನೇನೆಲ್ಲ ಓದ್ತೀರಾ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಡೇಟಾ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾರ್ಡ್ವೇರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, algorithm, statistics, programming language and CS design and architecture. ಇನ್ನೂ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನು ಕಲಿತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಎಂಡ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ. ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ. There is a infinity, but according to their particular subject or particular stream, they are going to learn about that. That's it. So ಅವರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಲಿತಾರೆ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ದೇ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ವಿಚ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಕೋಡಿಂಗ್. ದಟ್ there is enough. There is enough. There is no need to learn some any other animation or something, graphic design. They don't need all those things. Same thing. So according to their aim or their work, they are going to learn about the computer. Okay, so these are the things you are going to learn about the computer science, and these are the field we are use the computer in the world. And the next one is the characteristics of computer. So what is the meaning of characteristics of motherboard? Now you learned about what is computer, right? What is computer? Next is the what are the field contain the computer, and what are the different thing you need to learn if you start with a learning about computer, right? So these three things you will have learned today. And the next one is the characteristics of computer. Means what? For every person have their own character. Every person has their own character, which means the computer can also has their own character, right? ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಗೂ ಅವ್ರದ್ದೇ ಓನ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಗೂ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದರದ್ದೇ ಓನ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಅ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್? ದಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಮೆಮೊರಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಅ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮೆಮೊರಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಈಗ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಅಂತ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಯಾವ ಥರ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅವರು ತುಂಬ ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಸ್ನಾಟಿಮರ್ ಅವ್ರ ಮೆಮೊರಿ IQ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅವ್ರು ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಹಾಲಿಕ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರು ತುಂಬ ಡೆಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಮೋರ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ದ ವುಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲ? ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗಿಂದನೂ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ನ ಯಾವುದ್ರಲ್ಲಿದೆ? ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ದಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಮೆಮೊರಿ. ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ, so all the data, the use amount of the data can be stored in a computer memory ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಯೂಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡೇಟಾ ಅಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಡೇಟಾ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಒಂದು 10 ಶೀಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಓದಿ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ 1 to 5 or 1 to 4 ಶೀಟ್ನ ನೀವು ಮಕಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಟೈಮ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಮರ್ತೋಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗು ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಎಂಥ ಡೇಟಾ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಅದು ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಡೇಟಾನ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಡೇಟಾ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ವಿತೌಟ್ ಅ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅದೇನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಡೇಟಾನ. ಸೊ ಹೌ ದ ಡೇಟಾ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಮೆಮೊರಿ? ಡೇಟಾ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಬೈಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇವಾಗ ನಾವೇನು ನೀವು ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ವರ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಡೇಟಾ, ಬಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೇಟಾನ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, 8 bit is equal to 1 byte. 8 bit is equal to 1 byte. For more about these things you will learn in the later class. As of now, just keep in your mind, that is memory, that will store the data in the memory. In a memory have the bytes form, so all the data will be stored in the byte. Okay, byte form ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಡೇಟಾ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ. The next one is the speed. Obviously you know that how the computer work ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಯಾವ ಸ್ಪೀಡಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಹೈ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್, ರೈಟ್? In a fraction of seconds the computer can be run. The fraction of second the computer can be run, which means they can operate the task, or it will be process the task in a fraction of second. The speed can be measured through a MIPS, which means million instruction per second. MIPS, so that can used to measure the speed rate of the computer. How you are measure the speed of the computer? By using the MIPS, which means million instruction per second, also BIPS, billion instruction per second. In 1 second ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು billion instruction work ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, so how we are calculate the speed of the computer or measure the speed of the computer? By using the MIPS and BIPS. MIPS means million instruction per second, BIPS means billion instruction per second. These are the speeding rate of the computer. Okay, so this is a high speed rate of the computer. Next one is the accuracy. Accuracy means what? It will work the task, it will done the task without any mistake, right? So if I'm tell the any task to a student, the student might be make a mistake while they're completing their task. But if I'm giving the any instruction to the computer, or I'm giving the any task to a computer, it will done accuracy, which means without any mistake it can be complete the task. The person or the user can be mistake, but the computer never mistake to do the task. ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಯೂಸರ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮರೆತು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅನ್ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ನೆವರ್ ಡೂ ದೇರ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಲಿ, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ದ ಅಕ್ಯುರಸಿ ಇನ್ ಅ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, and next is a diligence. What is the meaning of diligence? Diligence means if I'm giving the task to a student or any person, the person may get the tiredness, or they can be take a concentration on their task. But computer can do that? No. So it may work for many hours, it won't get any tiredness, it won't lost its concentration, right? There's some main advantages of this computer. Okay, so the human being can get the tiredness, and they may lose the concentration to do the work, but the computer never get tired and never get lost their concentration to do the work. So that is about the diligence. And the next one is the versatility. Versatility is nothing but, so every person have the multi-talented. So multi-talented, that called as a versatility, right? So the person may have the multi-talented, some person may don't have anything, but computer, of course, it has many talents. It may calculate, it may store, it may do anything. That's why we are using the computer in this generation. That's why it become more popular in the world, because of this multi-talented. This nothing but is a versatility. Computer is a versatility, which means is a very different kind of the talent it may give to a human being. Hala? So it has a different talent. Yav tara? We can use the music, we can play the video, we can play the game, right? We can do some work. So these are different ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಏನಿದೆ, ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವರ್ಸಟಾಲಿಟಿ. ವರ್ಸಟಾಲಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟೆಡ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ರಿಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ. Obviously it is a reliability, it is a very useful when we are using the computer. It is more flexible to use, flexible to use. There is a reliability And the automation is nothing but if you are giving the any task, the automatically computer will do their task with own. Right, now ಈ ಟೈಮ್ಗೆ ಈ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ it will be automatically, it will run the task and complete their task. So these are the character containing in the computer. You should remember all the characters, at least this heading. So write this heading and write the 2-3 points of this heading, that will get the good marks. Okay, so these are the characteristics of computer. Characteristics is nothing but what are the character contained in the computer, right? So every human being has their own character. Same thing, computer also has their own character. So this is the small introduction about the computer today's class. I hope you all understood the today's class. If you have any doubts or anything else, you can contact me in group. Don't hesitate to ask any doubt in the group. Okay. If you want to go the low speed, I'll manage it. So I hope you all understand my teaching today's class. So if you have doubt, ask me. Okay. And today's class is more enough to do this class. I won't explain anything now. Okay. So I hope you all understood. So today's class, what is computer, what we first learn about what is computer, and the next one is the where we are using the computer and why we need to learn the computer, and the next one is the characteristics of the computer. These are the fundamental unit. This also come under in your syllabus also. So I'm from